So welcome, we are discussing one of the questions from Psychology Optional 2024, and this talked about the question focuses on psychological approaches to motivate the disadvantaged groups for development. Now there can be two approaches to answer this question, more than two of course, but the basic approach that we try to explain here is to understand the fact that whenever you are writing an answer, it's very important that you are showing your competence, and with those limited set of words you are trying to express the deep ocean of knowledge that you have. So rather than making this answer a simple answer where you are simply talking about motivated disadvantaged groups and what are the simple techniques, giving them skills, building skills, helping them out, training them, is some of the very basic answer. Of course you would not get zero since it's a subjective paper. You would get marks, but that mark structure would significantly vary, and therefore you might be shocked somewhere that how this is the case when we are writing an answer. So when we are writing this answer, we can bring in numerous concepts. For example, we can talk about empowerment theory, focusing on increasing individuals' control. We can talk about SDT, self-determination theory, the three pillars of SDT, the autonomy, competence and relatedness. Autonomy, which allows you more choices, control over development; competence, which brings opportunities and achievable goals for you; and relatedness, that helps you with the support of social groups and collaboration. Then we can also talk about the cognitive behavioral approaches, where we talk about challenging the self-defeating thoughts; social learning theories, where we focus on imitating the role models that we have; expectancy value theories, where we focus on expectancy and values. Expectancy aims to enhance your self-efficiency and bringing in better goal achievement, and therefore we build in resilience. So positive psychology, again a very integral part of it, and the concepts under positive psychology we have covered in a separate video, so don't miss that. So what is really important to understand is both the answers have been there, right? But the answer which is more detailed, more comprehensive, now these are some of the excerpts that we have brought from one of the model answers that we have provided for this question. So it clearly shows how we are trying to integrate the concepts comprehensively. We are trying to bring in case studies to express our ideas and have a theoretical and practical approach, which is actually missing with this answer. And this answer clearly shows that a student is from a non-psychology background, opted with psychology as an optional, prepared possibly might be well with the general psychology as one of the subjects, but when it comes to applied psychology, they are totally lost. They are unable to correlate the concepts of general psychology with the application part, and this is what this paper 2 actually looks for. So if you are looking to practice for more questions and more practice material, even the solutions to the past papers, follow the link below on Doorstep Tutor. Thanks for joining in.